Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing something very different. I'm going to be unboxing my first ever foray into the world of tabletop miniatures wargaming. And what I decided to get my toes wet with was Warpath, Fate of the Forge Star, because it's a nice, fairly straightforward rule set and the models are nice and cheap. So if this doesn't turn out to be something for me, it's not going to be a huge money sink that's disappeared. And another reason why I think it's important that I do this unboxing is because this box set is a little unique in that other people have, I've looked at other unboxings, I've actually opened mine and had a look inside. I've had a look at other unboxings and seen people who have different things in theirs. So I thought it might be sort of worthwhile showing you what you could possibly get in your version. For example, the corner here, this is a little sticker that's been stuck on, which says includes Forge Father, Iron Ancestor. And other people I saw on the front of the box, what is actually underneath there, is supposed to be includes 5 additional Forge Fathers. So let's just take a look and see what I got inside mine. And maybe that's what you'll get inside yours. Alright. Boom. So you get a lot of bang for your buck with this box set. Let's just take a look at what we have here. Okay, first thing we have are the Warpath first edition rules. Now you can download the second edition rules from the website and they're obviously in a lot more detail, but these are kind of just the bare essentials of what you need to know to play, and they come on this fold out kind of brochure maneuver. Very nice. And we have a little sheet with our demo scenario for the game and also an explanation of all the units and their point values that you'll find inside the box. What's interesting though is, though as you saw on the front they included that Forge Father Iron Ancestor, it's not on the list here, so you'll have to download the rulebook from the website to get those points values and that sort of thing. But worth noting. I think what happens with this box is they have like the base stuff and then they'll just throw in an extra of whatever they may have lying around. So for me I got the Iron Ancestor. For you, you may get the 5 additional Forge Fathers, who knows. What that does tell me though is that I'm no expert, but I think the point values may be slightly off between the Forge Fathers and the Marauders side, because basically this is a 2-player starter set with a Forge Fathers force, and who are kind of like your Space Marine-y kind of dwarvy characters, and then your Marauders, which are your Orcs. So let's just take a look at what the contents of the game are. So you get a lot of sprues here, as you can see, a few baggies and things, and here are the bases that come with the game. So they are very solid in plastic, nicely sort of frosted, and then there's an inset over here because the base of the miniature will essentially go in there, get glued into place, and these will be the bases. So in my box I have 60 bases. I've seen other people who've only gotten 50, so I also think this is a bit of a random grab bag, and I have heard of people complaining that they didn't get enough bases. So just make sure that you have enough bases with yours, but if you don't, I'm sure Mantic will sort you out. So, interesting. And then the next thing is a handful of these, looks like 10 small little, these are like either 8 or 10 millimeter 6-sided dice, which you will use to resolve combat and activation and that sort of thing in the game. What I'm going to do is let me get the dice out the way, and I will now go to close-up and show you a little bit of everything else that's in the box so you can see more detail, views of the sprues and that sort of thing. Alright, so the first sprue that I'm going to show you in detail, and there are 5 of these, are labeled as the Forge Father Steel Warriors. So let's take a look at the front of the sprue first. Alright, there we go. So you can see we have some torsos over here, some heads, weapon selections, and here are the 2 bottoms that we can choose from. Some more heads up here. And there's like a nice hammer, so there's a really nice amount of detail in these. The miniatures are actually beautifully sculpted, and there we go, the backs. I love that they have like details like the cape and all that kind of thing. Very nice. So those are the Forge Fathers Steel Warriors, and we get 5 of those. The next sprue are the Orc Marauders troops, and you get 10 of these, or the Orcs Marauders troops, sorry about that. So you can see, let's actually look at the front first. Okay, so we get some torsos at the bottom. It looks like you make 3 models of these, and there's 10 sprues, so that's 30 models. And you also have your usual selection of weapons and heads up here at the top, in addition to some arms with things down here at the bottom as well. Let's take a look at the back. Okay, there we go. So you can see the detail on these is actually very, very nice, and I'm very happy with them. So 10 of those. The last set of sprues we're going to look at are the Orc Marauder Command, and you get 5 of these. So let's take a look. So there's my torsos. Very nice torsos there. We also have our selection of arms, weapons, heads, nice like dramatic looking swords. Take a look at the back, yeah. I mean the detail on these is really, focus quickly, there we go, very superb. I mean, I'm very happy with these. I love this. These are the blade fingers, like Freddy Krueger style, which will just chop your opponent in half. Awesome. So you get 5 of those sprues. I have one of these in my box, which is the wooden base that they use for the larger models, and I've seen in other unboxings that they don't have them at all. So I think this may be to do with the Iron Ancestor that I got in mine and other people didn't get in theirs. I don't know if I'd rather have the 5 additional Forge Fathers. Who knows? Then lastly, there's a few baggies with the miniatures off their sprues. So here is one. This is the also some Forge Father units. And this isn't in great detail, but there we go. Forge Father units. We have one of the vehicles over here, which has got its big like tire treads, and this is kind of a tanky unit. I always worry about things that are in their bags because I worry that they're going to get damaged, but what are you going to do? We have one more unit, one more vehicle, sorry, not unit. So here we have, this is like the trike, this is the Orc unit, so it's got 3 wheels and lots of pointy bits. I love these exhaust pipes and that sort of thing, that's very cool. And finally here is my Iron Ancestor, which I think is going to be the first one I'm going to build, just to get the feel for it. And I will also show you the building of that model. I'm going to kind of document the whole process, just so you can kind of get a feel for my journey into the world of miniatures wargaming. And that is what you get inside Fate of the Forge Star. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.